Cuckoo.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Cheza Cheza. If this is your first time here, I'm really glad to have you on board. We have lots of fun and games in store, so you'll definitely want to subscribe and stick around for that. So we've just recently concluded the tutorial series for the Wana Savannah game, and while I'm working really hard to have the Godot version of Wana Savannah out by the end of the year, today I want to introduce you guys to a brand new project that I'm working on. But before you get to that, if you're interested in trying your hand at game development, then I'd highly recommend that you follow that tutorial series. Anything that you need to follow the tutorial series from start to finish successfully is freely and readily available to you. So if you're interested, please follow the link that should be appearing on your screen right about now. So without further ado, let's get to the meat of this video. The new project that I'm working on is codenamed Project Vita. Project Vita is just a working title. The actual game title is going to be revealed as development of the game nears completion. Project Vita is a single-player 2D fighting game inspired by everyday life in the streets of Nairobi. Anyone that lives in Nairobi will let you know that life on these mean streets can frequently get very hectic and chaotic, and at times it can feel as though your fight or flight responses are always on the verge of being tested. Kenyans and most Nairobians often like to joke about how life in Nairobi can often feel like an extreme sport, and it's this aspect of daily life in Nairobi that the game is looking to emulate. Strictly speaking, the game falls under the beat 'em up genre of video games. Beat 'em up games usually have the player or the main character traversing a level and encountering loads and loads of enemies, and of course, in the process, as the name suggests, beating them up. In the game, the player gets to take control of either one of the two main characters. The male character is known as Odiflex, and the female character is known as Vicky Slay. Along the way, the player gets to face off against many of the typical foes that one will encounter in the streets of Nairobi, including street kids, petty criminals, petty thugs, and as well, officers of the long arm of the law, which also includes the city council askaris, locally known in Nairobi as Kanjo. I'll be doing follow-up videos for each of the main characters where I'll be giving their bios as well as explaining their backstories and their motivations. Also coming up are videos for each of the enemies in the game. There's plenty of awesome content lined up, so you'll definitely want to subscribe and watch out for that. That's about it for this video. All it was supposed to be was a brief introduction to this new game project. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next one.